Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Rachel and this is Stitched Up. Thank you for joining me today. Firstly, I'd just like to thank all of you who have recently subscribed to my channel. Thank you for joining in, and if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button down below for more sewing goodness. So today's video is going to be a very short one, basically to show you my make for the Cozy Cardi Challenge. Now this challenge is being run by the lovely Amanda from I Sew A Lot and also Rachel and Nikki from the Stitch Sisters. I'll put the link to the challenge and their channels down below so you can go and have a peep at that. And basically the challenge is to make yourself a cozy cardigan for the weather this time of year, wherever you are in the world. Obviously in the UK we are well into autumn now, but having said that, we've still got some really lovely quite warm days. Quite chilly in the morning, but it's quite warm during the day. So I decided that I was going to make something a little bit different for this challenge. I've seen lots of people out there looking to make some really popular but fantastic cardigan patterns, such as the Blackwood Cardi from Helen's Closet. There's also some fantastic designs from Named, Itch to Stitch, Chalk and Notch I think have got a lovely cardigan out. There's obviously the Juniper, I think, by Jennifer Lauren Handmade, which I really like. There's also the Jenna cardigan by Muse Patterns as well, and I was toying with lots of different ideas. Now if you watched my last video you will know that I was going to make the Oslo cardigan, I think, by Seamwork. I'll link to that, just put a little picture of that one here. I have got that cut out already but I've not made it up as yet. But halfway through the month I thought I want to make something a little bit different and raided my stash, watching a couple of other vloggers that I watch regularly on YouTube, and Shan from Kittenish Behaviour has made this pattern, which is the McCalls M7289. So that's this one here, and this is very much like a shrug. Now this pattern is actually designed for woven fabrics. I'll just show you the line drawings on the back so if you can have a look at that there. But actually Shan has made this out of a jersey fabric and I thought I would have a go as well. Now I have made view, let me just have a quick look, view B. So that is the one on the main image there, and the line drawing is, let me just find it, that one there, you see that one there. So, and I decided to make it out of this really nice green marl jersey. I'll just show you it a bit closer there, see if that focuses. So sorry about that. So yeah, so this is a really lovely marl green jersey fabric that I got from Colville, and it was very inexpensive, and yeah, I thought I'd have a go at making this pattern. So I'll just step back so you can have a look a little closer at my make. I'm wearing it with my Sew Over It Camille trousers today. So this is the shrug. It hits at the natural waist, which I think is really flattering if you're a pear shape like me. And it's got, I would say, bracelet length sleeves. They're quite loose fitting, which is nice, and it's got a cuff on the bottom. I'll just bring that closer. So there's a cuff here, and yeah, basically the sort of shrug bit that attaches onto the sleeves and the main body of the cardigan is supposed to be pleated, but I didn't add the pleats to it because I just thought it was a bit of a faff and I think it would have made it too short for me. I couldn't see how I could lengthen this pattern to fit my body because I've got quite a long torso, so I just made it up as is, and because I've not put the pleats in the actual fabric, I think that it works really well and fits me fine at the length that it is. Now this comes in sizes, it's not the normal pattern sizes that you usually see with the big four. It goes in extra small, small, medium, and then there's I think another pattern which will be large, extra large, I think XXL. I've got the X small, small and medium size, and I made the size medium, which I think is equivalent probably to a ready-to-wear size, UK size 12 to 14. And yes, it is. I've just looked at the pattern on the back. It does tell you there that it is, let's just see if that's going to focus. So yeah, it just tells you there that it's a UK size 12 to 14. So to make this, in this version it says you need 2¼ meters of fabric, and I would say that I probably got this out of just less than 2 meters, so I think you can manage to do it in slightly less. It was very straightforward. The only thing I didn't like was how the pattern tells you to attach the cuffs. Now what it actually says is that you attach the cuffs very similar to how you would do a woven waistband. So you know your waistband you've got in 2 pieces, and then you would turn over the seam allowance on one edge, and then the other edge you would attach to the top of the trousers. You would then fold the waistband over and slip stitch the folded seam allowance bit to the other side. That's how it tells you to apply the cuffs to this cardigan. And when I read it, initially I was going to do that, and then I thought, what am I doing? Why would I do that with the cuffs? So all I did instead was I folded the cuff pieces over wrong sides together, and then I overlocked both of them. If I just show you the inside there, I just overlocked those raw edges to the main sleeve piece. And I just thought, why am I going to slip stitch it when I don't need to do that? And I can't even understand why you would do that even if you were using a woven fabric. It doesn't make sense to me, because it just seems a bit more time consuming, a bit more long-winded. So apart from that, I would say it's a fairly straightforward pattern to put together. Doesn't use a lot of fabric, was very quick. It probably took me, I would say, at most an hour to put together. Now the other fabric choices that it tells you to use are, you can use georgette, chiffon, burnout, which is a bit like a, if you don't know what burnout fabric is, it's a bit like a chiffon-y georgette fabric, and it's got accents of velour, velvet in between. So if you think of a leopard print design, the base of the fabric would be in a georgette, but the actual leopard print on it would be in a velvet velour. So that's what a burnout fabric is. It also says crepe, and actually yes, it does say jersey. Now I didn't size down or anything for jersey, I just made the size that I would have made if I'd have made the woven, made it in a woven fabric. And then, yeah, I'm really happy with this. I think Shan on Kittenish Behaviour has made 2 or 3 of these, and it's definitely something that I will make again. I think it's really cosy, really snuggly, just for throwing on during the day while you're at home. If you want something just, you know, for this time of year where it's not too cold but you just need that extra layer. And what I like about it is that it does hit at my natural waist, rather than a big flowing cardigan that floats around everywhere and gets in the way, that kind of thing. And I do like the sleeve length on this as well. I think the bracelet length is quite nice. I don't normally like this kind of length. I prefer either full length or sort of 3/4, but I actually really like this. I think because it's loose fitting and it's not tight around my arm, it's nice to wear. So all in all, I'm really happy with this cardigan, and I can see myself making more. So that's it for this really quick short video today, just to show you my entry. I will take some photos and put them in at the end so you can have a little closer look at the cardigan. But yeah, go ahead and have a go. I would say just make sure it can be a little bit awkward wondering how you attach the shrug piece, which attaches to the sleeves and the side and the back of your cardigan, because the actual shrug piece, which is attached in a big tube that goes around the neck and the shoulders, comes round and attaches to the back. You have that in a big tube, and basically I sewed all this up on my overlocker. I didn't need to use my sewing machine at all, but obviously if you haven't got an overlocker, you can use a sewing machine. Just make sure that you use either a small zigzag stitch or a stretch stitch, which is a bit like a lightning bolt, if you've got that on your sewing machine. But yeah, you just need to be careful how you attach that tube to make sure obviously you don't get it twisted, and once you've figured out how it all fits together, it's fairly straightforward. So I would say that if you've got a few things under your belt from a sewing perspective, you can easily make this and put it together. So I hope you've enjoyed that today. My next video is going to be my October favourites video. I'm going to do the one that's slightly different. I've been buying a few bits and pieces this month, a few sewing-y things, bit of haberdashery, some really nice fabrics, and a few knitting bits and pieces as well, and I thought I'd share those with you. So I'm going to do a video on that that's going to be coming up next. I'm well on with my October makes. I've got a couple of 2 or 3 things that are still all cut out but just need sewing up, and I'm hoping to get those done this weekend. So that's going to be coming up soon as well, so stay tuned to my channel to look out for those, and I hope you have a really lovely weekend, and I will see you all again really soon. Bye bye.